What is going on, guys? It's me, LiquidTruth, and we are back in West Revachol, trying to find some answers, and we're going to get to the bottom of what the hell's going on. So before we get too deep into things, I just want to say thank you guys so much for taking time out of your day to watch my content. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's the only way small channels like this are ever going to grow. And let's see what her buddies were up to in this tent. I want to make sure there's nothing we can interact with out here. All right.
The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flap is open. Inside, 3 young men, all in forward-looking apparel, reminiscent of the sticker on the padlock, are listening to some new form of music. It's like nothing you've ever heard. One of them looks at you.
Come on, get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's getting out.
Yeah, let's squeeze in.
Sorry, we barely have room for one.
He points his thumb at the lieutenant.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this. I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
He gestures for you to squeeze in. Hell yeah. What up, boys? Smells like sweat and laundry detergent, plus a trace of ether. Ooh, we can literally move around nowhere. Pile of nasal sprays, brand name Nosafed Ultra. Oh my god, it's loud in here. Okay, I'm gonna turn the volume down a little bit. The hell, guys? Speaker, the big kind they use for live music. Canisters filled with what appears to be water. The label says distilled.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a toothbrush. He puts the toothbrush down and extends his hand in greeting.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
There is definitely something futuristic about his hair, aggressively so. You get the sense that this is what the future will look like. Imbecilic.
SLC
Yes,
punk?
should the future ever come, it will look deeply imbecilic, like this guy.
Well, let's shake his hand. He seems cool.
His grip is strong, sweaty, and warm. He's trying to project and inspire confidence.
This is my posse, Noid.
The young man with earrings looks at you suspiciously.
And Egghead. Egg!
He yells. The tape player high above his head continues to blast strange music.
Together with a Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation, we like to think of ourselves as music venue organizers.
Wait, how many music venues have you organized?
We have many in the pipeline, officer.
That means they haven't set up a single one yet.
Exactly. So why are you here?
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
So they're just roaming burnouts.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues.
There's no need. The place is pretty bad.
Which brings me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcomania on the coast.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the church, and I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Dopeheads. Burnouts.
He angrily spits on a screw, then starts cleaning it.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that, in Revachol.
Strike that! The world!
The world.
And sadder yet, Because the dopeheads and burnouts holed up in there are the worst kind.
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady, serious gaze, letting you imagine just how bad those dopeheads and burnouts really are. Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
What kind?
The spooky kind.
Yeah, what do you mean by spooky?
I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness is the kind that keeps us from restoring this church into a community centre and a place of spiritual refuge.
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse.
People just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that.
Signs?
Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out. Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, I'm sure it's not what the Ecclesiastes meant their property for.
I'll look into it. Tell me more.
All right, man.
He claps his hands enthusiastically.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchanged giddy looks.
Cell told me Noid put the padlock on the door. Why?
Oh, so you met her. Good, good. I did ask Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in. It's a temporary fix, just something to contain the situation.
What is going on there?
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
I need the key.
Of course. Noid, give the officer the key.
All right.
The speed freak dips into his belt pack and produces a yellow key. He then makes a sudden, cool infused move, tossing it in your general direction. Be the cool cop, catch the key as it flies towards you. Or let it fall to the ground and pick it up like a normal person. We'll try to be cool.
You sense the
Yes.
trajectory of the little piece of metal and plastic. The object makes a small ringing sound as it approaches. Just the tiniest chime to your left.
Catch it. Pow.
Ka-ching! The key hits your palm. The speed freaks nod to you approvingly.
Thanks, man. Play it cool.
The speed freak nods to you.
Damn, I bet we got some cool cop points. Is there cool cop? No. Damn, sorry cop. We need to stop being a sorry cop. So how long have those people been locked in there?
Not long. Like a week, maybe?
How can you be sure they haven't starved to death?
I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive.
Oh my god.
Somewhere in the ruinous past that led you here, there was something called exams. You may have learned the term involuntary manslaughter there.
85% is not good enough when you're dealing with another person's physical well-being.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. I guess it wasn't very hardcore of us to just lock them in like that.
Me too. I shouldn't have that kind of power over another person. I'm not the one with the violence monopoly here. You are. I'm glad that key is out of my hands now.
Jesus Christ. Alright, well, I have other questions.
Sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it.
So who are the people in the church?
Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. All we've seen are glimpses.
You haven't even seen them and you want the cops involved?
Well, there's also the machinery.
Wait,
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here hoping to set the stuff up. Suddenly, there are all these strange machines lying around in there.
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water. Never seen anything like it.
Andre, tell him about the feeling.
Oh, and it felt like there was something in there with us, watching us from the dark.
What?
No, the other one.
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg.
Felt like silence. Awful silence.
But you haven't physically seen anyone.
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church a couple of times. And we felt someone or something eyeing us inside. But that's kinda it.
So how can you be sure they're burnouts and dope heads if you haven't even seen them?
Well, honestly, I can't. But I am.
This is a below feeble attempt at avoidance. Basically, he is attempting to weaponize idiocy.
I don't see a single thing wrong with that argument. No. Wow, you can't, but you do. I should add weaponized idiocy to my own repertoire.
Hey now, I'm 70% sure they're substance abusers. Don't let all that technology fool you. Where do you think the drugs come from?
What? So what was about the thing watching you?
Like, you aren't alone, you know?
It wasn't quite human, if you know what I mean.
Not human, as in a ghost. Do you know what he means?
No.
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling, like some kind of crab man.
What the fuck? What? A crab man?
Yeah, you know, the way it was climbing up and around the ceiling, like a crab.
It was stalking a cell, exhibiting ambush behavior.
Yo, these guys are tweaking.
Odd. Crabs are usually marine creatures and not known for climbing walls.
Are you sure that there was a crab man?
Yeah, totally.
90% sure?
I didn't personally see it. Estelle was alone that time, but I believe her. If she comes out running and says there's a crab in there, there's a crab in there.
So he hasn't even been in there lately. Is he afraid?
You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the crab.
What?
There probably is no crab man. Don't let them draw you in with this nonsense.
Yeah, what the fuck are they talking about? What's up with the machinery?
You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Probably jacked up to some snuff station too. Probably, very likely.
I wonder if those are connected to the radios that we found in the truck.
Sure. What?
So what's up with the Ecclesiastes that own the church?
Oh yeah, that's a meteor and name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it.
If you don't know what the founding party is, there might be a way to mask it with minor demagoguery.
Mask it. Now humor me, Andre. What's the founding party?
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know? I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organization.
And
they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericanassian church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, like, made the innocentic system, no?
now, Andre, in your opinion, would this ancient religious organization who anoints the innocents want a dance club in one of their churches? Or that sounds exactly like the kind of people who want loud dance music in their church.
You're right, they do.
He says without the slightest hint of irony.
The Pericanassian church is about love. And Nordic music is about love. I got love for my Pericanassian posse. Love is the relay out of death. We dance.
He violently shakes the tape player as if he can break it. Or wait, as if to see if he can break it.
Love is hardcore.
Unity.
Unity!
Are they going to give us a chance to say it?
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse.
He turns the volume up, then looks at you with a knowing nod, as if it's obvious you'll now break in a dance. Oh my god. Fuck, we're about to get a roll.
You feel it.
Uh-oh.
The anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the base,
Oh yeah.
as if testing the waters.
Gotta do it like this. I'm not turning my camera on. Probably look crazy. I don't even have my light on. I'm gonna just be sitting in the dark. No words. We'll just enjoy the beat, bob our head a little bit.
Feels good.
How sane organization would want this level of absurdity going on in their church? I guess love can be pretty hardcore.
Oh yeah, it can.
He's coming around. You're getting it.
No, they don't want this absurdity going on in the church, dude.
That's pretty downbeat. I think I speak for all of us when I say we expected the law to be more open to the idea of love, unity, and the Pericarnassian posse.
Well, that's just the way it is, dude.
Yeah, I guess it is. So, you got more questions?
The one with the large head is still looking at you, nodding his head, waiting for your body to start moving. His expectation is fierce.
Better chill, egghead. So what's up with this tent full of equipment?
Yes. What?
Why do you have your own jugs of water?
Yeah. Good to have, bitch to carry. When I first scouted the place, I did some reconnaissance. I'm not sure the church even is running water.
And it's distilled, too.
Oh,
He doesn't know what to say.
it's the one they sell at the fuel station.
It's like he's lying to you, my liege. But he's slippery enough that there's nothing for you to grab hold of.
What's with all the Nosafed?
The what now?
He leans in to hear you better. Point at the bottles of nasal spray on the corner. The Nosafed Ultra? You have a lot of it lying around.
Oh, the old Ultra.
He's like an actor, looking to the souffleur for his line.
Sufala.
I have a major sinus infection, stuffy nose. We all do. Shit's all blasted up. Winter. Can't even breathe.
Sound fine to me.
Yes, that's all Nosafed's doing. Without the Noser, I'd be drowning in shit right now.
Nosafed is the shit.
Can I have some? I have nose problems too.
Sure.
Yeah,
Here you go,
bitch.
officer. The Noser. Blast away.
We get some... Oh, we didn't get some bad stats. Alright, it reeks like shit in here, guys.
It does, doesn't it?
Told you we have a smell problem.
He picks up a piece of telephone cord and inspects it. Wait. I also smell ether. Why?
Ether? I don't smell ether. Do you, Noid?
No,
It's mixed with a peculiar chemical scent, like laundry detergent.
He sniffs the air, then shrugs. It doesn't take a forensic scientist to guess it's drug-related. They look and act like the kind of guys who've done their fair share. Unlike the girl outside, however, the boy's breathing is regular. Their jaws stay put and their pupils aren't dilated, so they're not under the influence currently. At least not under the influence of stimulants. That doesn't rule out hallucinogens, benzos, some depressants. How do you know all this?
Alright, enough of this bullshit.
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
Ooh, our logic. It's a godly roll, but we have such a high roll, 83%. Maybe everything isn't quite as you've been told. Let's take a moment to analyze.
A number of
Yes.
things don't add up. Let's take a look. How about gather around, kids?
Okay, kids. Now gather around.
The young speed freak puts down a busted capacitor and looks at you. The one with the large head seems very enthusiastic about whatever you have planned. Their would-be leader is less amused.
Sometime in the past, I'm not sure where and how, I feel sick and became the shadow you see now. But before that, I have reason to believe I was a police detective. Yeah, we'll say that.
But you still are.
Was good enough in this job to be awarded the rank of lieutenant freighter. Could have been captain. Imagine that. What? I don't want to do that. I don't want to say I'm a disgrace to the uniform and just whine like a bitch to these kids.
What happened?
Disco happened.
I've been trying to say we need the next step in dance music to happen fast.
Shut it.
He looks at his friend.
What? I have. I've said that.
Now, obviously, that might as well have been 1,000 years ago, but there's still some detective left in me.
The young speed freak is silent.
Damn. So this isn't the makings of a club. The tent full of lab equipment for manufacturing drugs.
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
He points at the speaker.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
You have no headphones. Wouldn't a cell need her headphones to spin tape?
What do you know about spinning tape? Nothing.
I know you pawn them, likely for lab equipment and drug ingredients.
I'm sorry, but there is no lab equipment and no drug ingredients.
Distilled water, cornerstone of a clean lab.
And of all cellular-based life, what's your point, Lawbringer?
And we're in here just acting like a cop bitch. Nosifed for an active ingredient.
He said it was for his nose. What more do you want?
Likely pseudoephedrine. Almost exactly the shape of ephedrine. Ephedrine makes you happy, and so does pseudoephedrine.
The ether in the air, a useful solvent, good for getting actin agent out of the solution.
Make up your mind. First it's the sweat, then it's the ether.
Also, where's his friend? Did he lose his friend?
What do you mean, friend?
The other speaker. You only have one.
It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic music. Other speaker.
This may be the brain damage talking, but you've definitely never heard of monodynamic or one-speaker systems.
There's no need for me to pile on anymore, is there?
No shit.
Your girl a cell as high as a kite out there. Must have been hard for you boys to keep sober for this meeting.
We don't need drugs to be hardcore.
Shut the fuck up, Egg.
Maybe not today, Egg. But you need drugs to get through the days when you're not expecting me. They weren't expecting me.
Climb down from the equestrian monument, cop man. Consciousness is new to the universe. We all have our ways to ease the shock.
Damn, I like that take. I like that take a lot. So, does the cell need more drugs than you?
We know she has a problem, man. We're working on it. She didn't exactly have a smooth adolescence.
Bottom line is, I know.
What exactly is it you know?
You're trying to use a police detective to set up a drug lab.
That's... Come on, that's...
Against the law?
I meant to say, not true.
So what? So what are we gonna do with you?
What do you mean, do?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. It wouldn't take a lot of pushing.
You tell me what's really going on, and we'll work from there. I can be lenient.
What do you mean by lenient?
Haven't you heard? I'm the dirtiest cop this side of the river. I'll make life hard for you, using every connection I've got.
He thinks for a moment, then opens his mouth,
Shit.
but closes it.
I don't know why we're going so dirty
Then
cop.
finally raises his hands.
Things are just way too hard for an entrepreneur in this city. It's not like we're not going to turn the church into the wickedest club in East Revachol.
Because we are! We totally are!
We just got to turn it into a speed lab first.
You know, to get our foot in the door.
What? And why the fuck did you need me?
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty, and now it's all spooked up.
They're not really spooky, are they?
No, man. They're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if we started cooking speed in there.
But the sign was way off too. I couldn't feel the love at all.
Sir, you promised you'd be lenient.
Let's do this clean. No speed lab. Just a club. Wouldn't work without the lab. Do what you have to do to keep the club alive. This is a good point. I have to look into the spooker situation before I can decide what to do with you.
We can continue on an amiable path, right? No more misunderstandings, no more lies. Before you go, is there anything else you need?
No.
As always, we'll be right here, waiting patiently for the news. Yeah!
That's not what this says at all. We're gonna talk to the other
So
ones.
you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid. Good.
Skin shows through the holes in the Speed Freak's too large sweater. In front of him, an open toolbox full of carpentry tools and parts.
It's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. Can't really talk to people before you get a reading.
He runs his hands through his hair, which is combed back in mock seriousness, and continues to fiddle with some grass. What is sign? You guys keep saying that.
Yeah, gotta compare. See if we can align.
Interesting.
I suck at socialising, man. Even now, our sign synchronisation is way off. But I'll see what I can do.
He continues to rearrange his tools. So, what's up with the sticker on the padlock?
A sticker? You mean the yellow one? Can you describe it to me?
Interesting. He wants you to describe it, though he already knows what it looks like.
It's this one. Are you familiar with it? We're not playing your game. Or go ahead. We'll go ahead. Okay, it's a yellow circle with a human face with X's for eyes and a smile underneath. Think the X's mean the guy's dead?
Good, good. What did you want to know?
Was I right? Is the dead guy smiling?
Yes, you're the 23rd person to get it right. And I've asked 23 people. Looks like it's a dead guy smiling to the entire human race.
Really?
Really?
So what does it mean?
He defeated history. We are living in the age of history, and in the eyes of history, we are always already dead. How can we ever smile then? Because history is a lie, and so are its deaths.
What?
The present moment and life are the hardcore. The hardcore expels death. Or maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's just really ecstatic about the beats.
I'm thinking maybe the smiling dead guy is a symbol for communism. It's also dead but doesn't care.
Yeah, that interpretation holds.
So what's so modern about the sticker?
Simplicity was brought to us by classical solarist modernism, but that was a tasteful, harmonious simplicity, right?
What?
Well, hardcore is not tasteful or outwardly harmonious. It's a warning shot. This will be dangerous. The echo of man's loss. haunting him.
I like that.
The sticker, the clothes, the music, same thing.
So you come up with this stuff by yourself? Nah, we'll agree. Seems awesome.
It is. I guess one could write an entire treatise on the thing. But what for?
So what's up with the machines in the church?
Weird stuff. Specialised. There was a data processor and some sort of long-wave machinery. Wires going into water. Gives off a spy sign. Or some fucked up Samaran science sign. You know, the kind that goes head first into the supernatural.
The People's Republic of Samara is a product of Revachol's sister revolution on the Gran Isola. It's known as a severely degenerated rogue state.
Yeah, don't be too hard on Samara. They're all alone in this world. Half of what we even know about them is propaganda.
I know, man. I was just talking about the aesthetic.
So it's the supernatural. So you think it's real? That it actually exists?
Most of it doesn't exist. But there's also stuff that isn't allowed to exist. Because the moralists think it's too dangerous for the plebs.
What?
Psionic powers, pale-related diseases, pretenders pretending to be human, folk rights, that kind of stuff.
These guys are too stoned. What's your
A
deal?
young man with peroxide blonde hair holds up a Harman Walshi tape player, nodding along to the music. He looks at you with a knowing smile and says,
Egg.
Hardcore!
Is it?
It's hardcore!
You're just gonna keep saying it's hardcore, aren't you?
Skibbity, skibberdanger. I am the rearranger.
What? There has to be some way to talk to this person. We just haven't found it yet. It's definitely not about scenes. What if you just try again? Find your way out of this maze of things to say?
the young man with the tape.
This is hardcore.
Say nothing.
Hardcore!
Still say nothing.
Hardcore to the mega.
Say nothing.
Internally coherent.
I was wondering if you knew who killed the mercenary behind the Whirling in Rags hostel.
Good morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yekokata, the place to be.
But the Yokata is a catastrophe zone, a desolate wasteland. It can't be the place to be.
Yekokata is a hardcore place.
He's right.
An intricate system of irrigation networks pockmarking the earth. Intermittent seas of phosphorus mud, ripped tarpaulin fluttering in the wind. A pair of molten rubber boots also comes to mind. All in all, a truly hardcore place.
All right, we're gonna try again. We gave up on our strat of not saying anything.
Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega.
Say nothing.
Internally coherent.
Say nothing.
All core! All right! Yeah!
Say nothing.
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore! Ah!
He lets out an agonized roar over the feeblish, obviously not too hardcore beat below. So hardcore.
Is it though?
He stops dead in his tracks, tilting his head to the side. Ooh, do we do what he was doing? I don't think he said it is. I think he... Hardcore to the mega. Damn. It is.
But is it? I mean, really?
He tilts his head to the other side, like an owl. I was thinking that too.
I am the mic enforcer. I am the chick's checker. Yeah!
What? We're trying again.
True. Hard,
Hold on.
full car.
Hold on, we're close, says the young man with the tape player. All right, we'll try again. Say nothing.
Hardcore
Nothing.
to the internally
Nothing.
coherent.
We already tried that one, so we'll say nothing.
All car. All
Do we ask what he's doing? Please tell me what exactly are you doing?
Gotta get the people going.
Why?
I'm the party boy. It's my job.
What is a party boy? Like from Jackass?
Hardcore party 25/7 beyond the winter's orbit style.
There is a place far away in Cutler.
I don't want more lore. I want to solve this puzzle.
True.
Hey.
Hardcore.
Say nothing, say nothing.
All car. All right.
He furrows his brow.
Hardcore. Ah.
No, but seriously, I'm a little worried it isn't.
The question is, what is the question?
I like that. He gets philosophical. That would have been good if I had asked you a question, but I didn't. Now it's just idiotic.
But there was a question?
Fuck. We're gonna try again.
Hardcore, internally, all car, all right, yeah.
He furrows his.
Hardcore.
I'm worried it
The
isn't.
question is, what is the question?
Just answer the question.
But there was no question.
Fuck.
We're close.
True, hardcore.
We're gonna get.
Yeah.
This young man adds a capital G before the H in his yegs and args. This produces a guttural Gotwaldian accent and makes him sound more animal, more in it. Or maybe it's not Gotwaldian. Maybe it's Oranese. Probably an homage to Oranje, where Arno van Eyck is from, judging by his name. Could you be listening to an Arno van Eyck creation right now?
Ooh, we might have solved it. So, this the famous Van Eyck I'm hearing?
You know about him?
Ooh! He moves his mouth, but sound doesn't come out. His eyes are the size of saucers. Looks like you've rendered him speechless.
You know Van Eyck?
Oh, let's go! I'm a major Van Eyck head.
Wow.
The skinny wraith looks at you with some disbelief.
You better not ask me his favorite song or something, bitch.
So am I. So am I.
He begins to shake his head so everyone would understand.
Oh, is that why they call you Egghead? Because...
Egghead to the mega. The K became the G. The boy became the man.
Hell yeah.
The advent?
That didn't count as solving the puzzle?
True, hardcore is internally coherent. All car, all right.
We're gonna do the same thing.
The question is, but there
Answer.
was no question.
Ah, fuck. Alright, we're doing this. This is the last time. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This young man adds a capital, or maybe
That's
it's
what I meant to
not
do.
Gotwaldian.
Yeah.
The Y to the E to the A 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 to the G to the H to the exclamation mark.
What? This guy is tweaking.
Yeah.
He missed one A.
You missed an A there, but that's okay. I yelled mine with 6 A's, so you have to yell it with 6 too.
I'm the hard rhymer, the track attacker, the mic enforcer, the sixth checker. I am the law.
You fucker, dude. Alright, this guy's not helping us. He's tweaking out of his mind. Alright, Kim, let's go check out the fucking... whatever it's called. Church. That guy was high as hell. We'll be back. I'm gonna solve that puzzle. Ah! Stuck on the damn tree. What's going on over here?
Heavy wooden doors. The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open.
Let's go.
Pull on the doors.
A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum. In the heart of the city,
Whoa. Where am I? Oh, they're doing some camera stuff. Whoa. Damn, nice music sting. This grotesque wooden figure looks half finished. The figure was added later. It's not part of the original church. The blackboard filled with complex equations. They look recent. Something to do with radio frequencies? A prayer book has been left open. Excerpts from the Pericanassian Litany of Love.
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent.
Wait, I think I still hear something.
And then it's gone. Almost all of it, but for the faintest of hums. It seems the sound here is detached from its source somehow, if not blotted out outright. Truly unusual. You can hardly hear your own breathing.
Let's first stomp our feet and clap our hands.
You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total, somehow.
Yell as loud as you can.
Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers.
Turn to Kim. What's happening?
The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer.
What?
Can you hear anything?
Not really, but it's extraordinary. I've never experienced anything like this.
I wonder why the church was built with such strange acoustics.
Maybe the church was designed this way to prevent boisterous activity, singing and dancing, on its premises.
Whatever it is, it's definitely real. Something odd is happening.
The lieutenant doesn't reply, but you can sense him tense up next to you.
Look up into the bell tower.
The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
Perception. We have a pretty high chance of roll. Let's see if we can do it. It's a red check, so we cannot retry. 83%. Yes! Yes. What's up there? What is it?
It's like there's something moving up there. A shadow has emerged from the tower and it's making its way toward you through all the other shadows.
Blink. Follow the shadow's movements.
It's not a shadow anymore, becoming more substantial as it gets closer. The shape of an animal descends.
What?
Officer, is there something up there?
The lieutenant follows your gaze, attempting to see whatever it is that you're seeing.
Oh no, you've lost sight of it. Where did it go?
On the ceiling?
Yes, the darkness makes the ceiling feel infinitely far away.
Blink.
You see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you with dark eyes.
What the fuck is going on, dude? Tiago?
Maybe it's possible to talk to it.
The bowl filled with water, a live wire runs directly into it. These wires worked as contact microphones? Hey, you.
The shadow is a man. A man made of the same stuff as the carpentry of the building. He is studying you
What?
intently. The crab man.
I'm not going to ask if he's the crab man. We'll just... Hello? Who's there?
The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But
What?
don't worry. Everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place.
What?
That accent is Villalobos, a peninsula in Mesk and a district in Jamrock. There's a sizable contingent of Villalobos-speaking Mesks in Revachol.
The right place for what?
Here you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of that bottle.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
Hey, and what was that about, the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Shish.
Oh, hell no. Run away. I'm a policeman. I need to talk to you about police things. I don't know anything about alcohol use.
Oh yeah, sure. You don't know anything about alcohol use. You got it all under control, Way. I could smell the control
Way? Oh my
all
God.
the way over here.
What is he, Mexican? That's what like Mexicans in Texas say. I live in Texas. Orale, way. What? That's crazy. You don't know me. You don't know what I've been through. I'm doing just fine, thank you.
I know it's hard to admit that you got a problem. I was like you once. Couldn't take an honest look into my own heart and see I was in pain.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
Kim, what the fuck? For some reason I feel like you have a point there.
Don't trust me. Trust the mother. I'm only the messenger, Holmes.
His voice echoes in the cold air of the church.
This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
He sways gently on the beams, waiting for you to take it all in.
You have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Is he just trying to throw you off your game? Whatever it is, he's quite confident about it. Just look how gracefully he sways. 'Tis not an act, my liege. Save him perchance he hath deceived his very self. This man is a zealot.
So you must be the crab man.
Never known myself to be a crab. But if that's the name you got for me, I won't stop you from using it.
Be fair, more like a spider.
I always thought of myself more like a flame, flickering along the rafters and beams. It may be that I gotta work on my technique.
Who is this guy, dude?
That's not the only technique he's working on. Look at those carved sculptures. And is that a satchel of tools over there?
Wait, did you carve all those sculptures?
Sure am. Whittling wood used to be something I just did to busy my hands. Now I use those same hands in service of something greater than my own restlessness.
All right, let's consider the context and meaning here.
I see what you've done there. It's as if these figures are trying to become one with the church. Perhaps with the mother herself? Or rub your chin. You've got some nice curves going there. These seem a tad derivative. You're promoting the objectification of women with your reactionary depiction of female bodies. Honestly, I don't get it. All these figures look half finished. Yeah.
It's all just for the mother, man. No need to overthink it.
So what were you before you became a crab man and a wood carver?
I was in a gangway, but my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone.
So you used to be in a gang, but you don't really remember it. Sounds convenient. Or so many people losing their memory. A certain portent of doom.
Nah, ese, it's not like that. Best thing that could happen to you, losing your memory.
What?
Do you remember your name, sir?
Tiago's my name, but those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity, but also, so to speak, your place amongst your fellows, your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore.
I don't do names either. Names are out. I don't care what mine is. No, because he's not going to think we're cool. My name's Harry. Extend your hand for a greeting.
That's just the thing, Holmes. None of that matters.
He ignores your hand. His limb's a mere shadow below the ceiling. So what are you doing here?
This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there. A way out into nothingness. This church was built around it for purposes of veneration. I circled it, nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly.
So who's the mother of silence you keep talking about?
Oh, that's no simple question, that's it. She is one who can be painted or sculpted.
It's crazy to meet some fucking crab man in this church who's like so spiritual and philosophical. Like in this real world, this seems so like crazy.
She is a cavity in the dark beyond sense. She saved me, but I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes, and no one ever will.
So what'll happen once you drink from this perforation?
I will be incinerated, but not destroyed. Finally, at one with the state of the world before reality began.
That sounds a bit like substitution behavior, no? You know a thing or two about that.
So are you sure you didn't just switch one drug for another?
It's not like that at all, man. It's just faith and joyful service.
Too gleeful, those words. He is lying. Not to you, to his very own self.
Faith is a kind of a drug.
I heard that before, Way, and I know I can't convince you on the spot. But think, when's the last time you woke up from silent communion with a hangover, regretting what you did last night?
All right, I guess you have a point.
I know it will take time. Don't sweat it. I know it will take time. Don't sweat it.
What? Why did he say? Why did he say it twice? Why did he say that twice? I still don't understand what you're doing in the church.
I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory.
It doesn't really make sense for you to sing if she's the mother of silence.
I don't mean literal singing, Holmes. This is the mother of silence we're talking about. It's the singing of a burning heart. You may be thinking, but fire crackles. No, Holmes. That's the material that's burning. The flames themselves are without sound.
So how'd you even find this place?
Hard to say. I think I did some construction work here, back when I still had material worries. Up there, I realized what the true purpose of the church was. Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, Way. It didn't belong to me.
He doesn't sound Latino enough for him to say this, because it sounds too much like they just like, hey, say way. We want you to kind of sound Mexican, and Mexicans say way. But like his accent, he has a very good accent, and the voice actor is very good, but it doesn't fit for this. Holmes sounds better because it's Latino ambiguous enough, but way is like specifically Mexican.
The sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
So you've been here quite a while. Do you know why the church was abandoned?
Police raid a while back.
He responds, his voice suddenly flat.
Did you witness it?
Not really. Or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The mother's love has done its job. That's what's so great about the mother. It lets you forget about everything.
So, I heard there's another spooker around here, pointing at the strange machines.
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
Viejita is grandma?
So there's an old lady that likes to study here? Wait, so there's another person living in the church, and it's a viejita? Viejita?
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
And you don't know where she is?
That's what I said, Holmes.
How can you not know that when you both live here?
Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests.
So you have nothing else to tell me? How she looks? What she does? Who is she?
I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or...
He shrugs.
Or search through her radio computer.
Ah, I like that. Good point. We'll definitely do that. All right, well, some ravers are trying to turn this place into a nightclub.
The ones in the tent outside? Right? I see them. Guessing they're the ones who call me a crab. Probably scared of me.
Do they have a reason to be scared?
Nah, man. They look pretty funny. And I don't harm no one anymore. Anyway.
So what'd you think about the nightclub, that is?
Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go.
Damn. He's down with it. That's crazy.
Might even be nice to have some company.
We're gonna see.
The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them.
All right. I want to read this.
The ones who call me a crab. Probably scared of me.
So I trust you won't get in the way of some enterprising youth. Your business looks promising.
Wouldn't bother me none to have them spin music in here. I'm usually way up there, imbibing.
He says the same thing.
Might even be nice to have some company.
All right. Fucking weird pervert. What is this? Some pants? Oh, I need new pants. Mesk Banger's silk scarf. The huge red scarf is still dusty from lying in the church. Subtle rose on the embroidery embellishes it with cocky roosters and mesk floral motifs. I don't want to wear that. It's here. A figure drawn in the frost on the window depicting a deer. Frost has drawn flowers on the glass, obscuring the view. A cracked pane of glass, colorful. Spider has spun its web around this carved wood pillar. Ooh, new shoes. Mesk Banger's red brogues, bruges, however you want to pronounce that. They up our empathy. We're going to keep what we have. Dapper snakeskin shoes. They look pretty snazzy. Some money. We already checked all this. Go check this out. We have to go this way? More of the forked lightning pattern you saw outside. Two decks of reel-to-reel tape spinning on empty. A portable Harman WoW sheet tape recorder. It's possible it's recording something. Someone's siphoning electrical current from outside into this antenna. The antenna, Ream ESKER AR1, is buzzing with energy.
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the
We've seen one of
figures
these
in the
before.
stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
We saw this in the apartment of the guy that was making that RPG.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on.
He seems cautious around the machine.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
I don't give a fuck, Kim. This is too interesting. Yeah, but this machine looks just like the one in the doomed commercial area.
It's also quite similar to the one we have down at the station. Must be the same model.
He inspects the machine's framework, careful not to touch anything.
The one you saw earlier was the Ream Civic. This is the Ream Prefect, a model number RC7024, equipped with a Fell mainframe and a Ream-compatible interim printer. The Ream Prefect is the governmental version of the commonly used Ream Civic model. Although mostly based on the same technology, the Ream Prefect is equipped with better noise attenuation circuits.
So they're definitely trying to listen, and this is interesting. Hold on, Kim, I gotta investigate.
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed.
Let's first look inside the compartment.
Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. Another filament memory. Press play to talk with the repeater.
Let's press play.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good afternoon. Votre accident on Saint-Brun. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
Is this the same lady?
It's the same old woman you spoke
It
with
is.
through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
Yvonne, it's me again. How are you?
Good, thank you.
It's
Please
not
repeat.
clear.
Is this the personal log?
Fortress accident. Like the one in the doomed commercial area? No, wait. I looked inside the core, but the tape on the filament just said log February to March.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer. Maybe he knows something.
The lieutenant nods towards Tiago. I'm bad at passwords. Can you give me a hint?
No.
A hint system is not part of the protocol for repeater stations.
This is the police, though. Open it.
I am contractually obliged to protect the privacy of the filament holder for stress accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel, I cannot give you access to this filament.
I'm afraid we are not doing that. Unless we want to wait for a month.
Now, can you please repeat the password?
I don't know the password.
Received. I will register this login attempt. Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
No, I'm done.
Goodbye, Fortress.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
Let's at least try print.
Nothing happens.
Okay. Well, Tiago, what's the deal, dude? I know you know what's up.
Oh, hey, wait. There's coffee in the back. Oh, wait. I meant the mother's love.
Coffee in the back. Something familiar about that. Coffee and stale cookies.
Have you by chance heard the viejita say the password in her radio computer?
Too many times, Ese. You need it for something.
Ooh.
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety.
Just tell me the password, step closer. We're not going to try to threaten this guy. Yeah, it's for a first-degree murder investigation in Martinez.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrow.
Shut up,
but
Kim.
doesn't say anything.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death. What you think of that? Makes me almost pity La Nilita Pequeña when I hear it.
The little nihilist. So wait, what's up with the coffee? I feel like I've heard that somewhere.
Look, man, I'm at liberty to talk about the sacred blaze of the mother's glorious heart, but not about the coffee.
What?
I think we're done here, Ese.
The figure crawls off into the darkness above.
That was an interesting conversation. However, I'm still not sure how it's relevant to our investigation.
That's what's funny, Kim. You don't have a choice, bitch. So shut up, because we're back on the computer. It's like when we were
Machine's
arguing with those
keyboard is
speedheads.
still the speaker comes to
Good afternoon. Votre accident on Saint-Brun.
I have the password.
This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
Let's try this again. I have the right password.
Good. Please repeat the password.
After life, death.
Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament. Votre accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Nope.
Goodbye. Votre.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing
Print.
fluorescent. The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal.
Let's read the printout.
The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise. Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
Read the second entry.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity.
The third entry.
7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking ESCA series, something advanced.
Why would she need an antenna?
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
He steps on a wire, running on the ground, inspecting it with his foot.
For setting up a radio computer.
The fourth entry.
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simo for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers. But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked.
Is this somebody from that apartment?
I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
Data loss.
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying. Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading.
Who are all these people? Artists? Programmers? Lexi?
I think these people worked in the radio computer games business, the one we saw in the Doom commercial area. They must be our former co-workers.
That's what I was thinking too. The 5th entry?
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder.
Ooh.
Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
6th entry?
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
Is she talking about?
The lieutenant looks to his right, towards the silence. Read the 7th entry.
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the Swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence, with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
Or what could it be? Look at the water basins behind you.
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them. No ripples.
Read the 8th entry.
March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again. Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good, I don't want anyone distracting me from my work. That disco man must be a cell.
She must be describing a cell.
The girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
Read the 9th entry.
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her.
Wait, that's me. I was the one who broke into the radio computer. And the storekeeper must be Plaisance.
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with that machine.
Wait, did we fuck her stuff up? Oh no.
No. It was a great idea. You're learning things. This is how you learn things about machines.
Well, we just tried to access it. Oh yeah, because we called in and the lady snitched because they had the log, like they logged the attempted entry. Let's check the 10th.
March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping energy drinks. Water. Toothpaste. Gum. Also some canned air. Your reading is interrupted by by the sound
Whoa.
of the church door opening. A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Suna the programmer. Whoa, we've never had these kind of interactions. The last one with Tygo was his name, and this one are the only times we've had like strange woman. Oh shit.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
She glares at you as she holds down the off button for several seconds. The machine reboots.
Yes, you are breaking in, but not into her radio computer. You're a master circuit bender.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
I'm using it to access coalition military data links. What the fuck? I can assure you I'm an expert circuit bender. I'm not breaking in your computer. Yeah, we'll say the military data links.
There are no coalition military data links. And even if there was, you couldn't access them over a civilian network.
Yes, I could. I'm a cybernetic god. I'm using your REM prefect computer to commander coalition warships. Archer. Will turn its cannons against its masters. What? We're gonna just sound like a psycho. I don't know how to do anything with radio computers. You're right.
No one asked you to do anything interesting with my radio computer.
She barely looks up from the keyboard. You hear the machine whir back to life.
Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
Fine. Let's check this out real quick.
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad, a dark and radiant majesty. This is her innocence, Dolores Day. Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel.
Let's kneel.
Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts, diffuse light falling on your hands from beyond the glass.
Close my eyes.
The world is silent, but for the creaks and cracks of the massive wooden structure.
That's dope
behind
how they
you, it
made it
covers
black.
you from the wind outside. The ocean feels distant, its ebb and flow blocked off by the centuries-old pinewood sarcophagus around you. The woman looks down at you kneeling. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips and a glint in her green-blue eye of what? Compassion? Remorse? She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive.
It's compassion.
As that soft word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder.
Do the same as you get up.
Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
Gonna see if we have any visual calculus gear. See if we can reconstruct what they have going on there. I don't think we do. That's minus visual calculus. +1. That's all we have.
The mother of humanism stands above
58%.
you.
Let's
The
roll.
precious and complex wax the shards
Ah,
in
fuck.
the dark. You see little pearls of light on the edges of the crack that splits the female figure. Something was written there. Remains of broken letters line the emulsion. What it said, you do not know.
How did I even know it was the mother of humanism?
Despite the damage you've done to yourself, The title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is her innocence, Dolores Day. The innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived. No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever, as it haunts all men.
Is there something terrifying about her?
Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it. But although she's often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day, constantly surrounded by her terriers. She was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs.
Wait, what happened?
The Mesk state tried to detach itself from innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerated into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity, suggesting those who fight against it are not part of humanity. She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pacific, mare interregnum. Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her. This subtle terror is part of her iconography.
Lieutenant Yefreighter, you've stood there for over 5 minutes.
The lieutenant's calm voice echoes in the cold air of the church.
What are you thinking of, if I may ask?
Why did we tolerate this bourgeois woman that long before we shot her? War criminal. Yeah, why did we tolerate that? Glowing lungs, that's fucked up. Nothing, just looking around.
Okay. It's just that you've been looking at that window for quite long now. And it's cold in here.
He takes off his glasses to clean them.
This church, the coast in general, we shouldn't linger here. This isn't a good place to get lost in.
Alright. Well, we'll get ready to see what this woman has to say then. But we're going to call it an episode here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to help boost engagement. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.